Camelot 331 here, and I got something special for you, baby. It's like it's your birthday, and I put every candle on the damn cake, not just the lazy-ass number ones. I put every candle. You're 88, I put 80 damn 8 of them, all right? And I'm gonna let you suckle every damn one that's left with the cake residue on it. What I have for you today, guys, it's the story about when I interviewed with Target as a senior operations manager at one of Target's distribution centers. Yes, this was a crazy interview. I've had interviews in the past. This was the craziest one, and I'm going to tell you what happened at this interview, and you're going to be like, wow, I hope I never have to go through that. And plot twist, at the end, something very interesting happened, and we'll get to that later. But make sure, if you're excited for this story, you're excited for all the adventures that we're going to go on as a family together right now, make sure you like this video, give it an updoodle, and subscribe if you have not, and share it with all your friends. Make the family even larger. So let's jump right into it, baby. When I had left GameStop, when everything went down with the whole GameStop, I put in my resume and cover letters to a lot of places. One of those places being Target's distribution center as a senior ops manager. And lo and behold, the next day I got called in for an interview to go to this place. And I thought I was going to walk in and talk to somebody, and they were going to be like, hey, do you make good decision-making skills? And I'd been like, maybe it depends on what's happening in front of me at the time. Like the questions where it's like, hey, if you saw someone take money, what would you do? Would you A, take it for yourself, B, slap them right in the gonads, or 3, tell your senior manager? Well, I don't know, all right? Kind of feeling like slapping it on the gonads, but that's beside the point. I walked into this ginormous distribution center in a very nice suit. I was very proud of myself. I looked pretty damn snazzy, if I do recall. Maybe. I don't remember. To be honest, it was a very fuzzy time of my life. It was crippling depression time. But at any rate, I go into this place and I sit down at this really nice lounge area, and this very nice lady at the receptionist place talks to me and hands me a filled out piece of paper, and I don't remember what was on it, but it was definitely words that was on the paper. That's all I can really remember. I wait for a while, and it's a long while. You know, you show up there at like 7 a.m., and you're expected to just get right on it, doggone it. But we didn't. It took a little bit over an hour, maybe, which isn't a big deal. I was excited to, see what was going to happen. But retrospectively, especially when we get to the end, when I tell you about the spiciness, I kind of regret that. But at any rate, lady comes and gets me. We get on a golf cart, and we start driving through this distribution facility. It is massive. I'm going through here. It's very hot in this place, obviously, because it's like the size of a damn Disney World. And we get in there, and we're just driving, and she's talking to me, and she's like, hey, you went to the University of Alabama, right? And I didn't, which is weird, but I said yes anyway, because I didn't want to upset her and make her seem like she didn't know what she's talking about. So I was like, yeah, it was a great school. I enjoyed every damn moment of it. Roll Tide. But at any rate, we finally get to the offices. Now, before then, she gave me an entire tour of the complex, which took about an hour. Front, back, left, and right, and everything in between, all the break rooms, bathrooms, everything. So I was like, all right, it seems like if she's doing all this, I'm definitely going to be working here, because it seems like I wouldn't want to do that if I was her. So at this point, I'm in this giant office building. Now, it's very different from where I was just at. Where I was just at, there was people with hard hats, and it looked kind of dangerous depending on where you were standing. Something could fall and kill you immediately, which, to be honest, I preferred at the time, but it didn't happen to me, so I had to push on through this terrible, terrible existence that I'm currently in, and still to this day. But we get into these office buildings, all right, and it's like a nice little office. And then I learned I have to interview with 4 or 5 people, which is very, very stressful. I'm ready to talk to one person, not like 50, all right? But it's all good. So I go into my first office, and it's 2 guys. And right away, they're extremely unfriendly, and they're rude as hell, which was annoying as hell. But it's fine. I get it. It's a process. They start talking to me about my past experience. I tell them, what I've done, what I've learned, blah, 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 and why I would be an asset to this company. Obviously, I would be an asset. I am able to articulate myself very well. Thank you very much, kind of, maybe. But they kept asking me about, lean strategies and stuff like that. Now, I've never worked in a ginormous distribution environment like that before, all right? So I wouldn't know how to answer certain questions like that, but I did give it my all in that first interview, and I was very glad when it was over because those guys sucked. They were not fun to be around. I couldn't even joke with them. I even made a joke once, didn't laugh, terrifying. I don't like when that happens. Please laugh. So I go into my second interview, and it's this really old guy with glasses, and we talk, and he's very, very neutral and bland about everything, but we have a good conversation. All right. And sometimes it wasn't even about Target, which was a plus. But he also said that my experience probably would hamper me getting this job simply because it wasn't in a distribution facility. 11 years somewhere else, whatever. But at any rate, I'm enjoying the process. Kind of intimidated because everybody's kind of been mean, except for receptionist lady. She was really nice and adorable. And that guy was fine. We talked about life, love, and the pursuit of happiness. But then I get to the next interview, which was fan-damn-tastic. I go in there, and I'm like, what's up, baby? It's this lady. She's very attractive, which is cool. I like this. And I sit down, and we literally just shoot the damn sheet for like an hour. We're just talking about nonsense. And it was great, and we were flirting back and forth. I had a great time, and I was like, I definitely got this job, easy peasy. Or so I had thought. Plot twist, I'm a YouTuber. So we talked a lot, and then the time came to move on to the next interview, which was with this guy that kind of reminded me of myself. We talked about Target, talked about my experience. He asked me why I wanted to work there, and I told him that a very honest answer, that I would work hard and do whatever it takes to make Target a profitable and more efficient company. I think that's what I said. He then kept reassuring me that this was my position to lose. I was like, well, hell yeah, we're going to be working in this office, and I was going to have the AC on my face, and I was going to be able to watch porn. It was going to be the greatest day of my life, the first day there. Well, here comes the final interview. The final interview, which was with a bigwig in the company, like the president of that facility. I can't really remember. So I go in. We start talking. This dude immediately intimidating, rude as hell, but I was used to it at this damn point. Not everybody's going to be the hot lady, all right? She was cool as hell, all right? Not the next guy. He literally looked at me and said I did not look like I would be a good fit for this position. And I was literally flabbergasted, and I was like, why? And he's like, you just look like a kid. And I was like, I'm 28 years old. Okay. Apparently, I'm not old enough. And you know what bothers me about this? It's the fact that my old district manager at GameStop always said I wasn't old enough to be in certain positions. It's like, dude, this is a game store, all right? This is a damn game store. There is people in politics that are 30 right now and under, all right? I can handle the damn Target, all right? It's red. It has a red circle. I can handle it. I got this. But he said I didn't look old enough. I didn't look sophisticated enough. I don't really know what that was about. And he just scoffed at everything I said. So that was very demoralizing and made me feel like maybe I didn't have this job locked down at all. Because he was kind of a nightmare. So we got through the end of our interview and he just stopped talking completely. He just wasn't talking. He was silent, which was really, really weird. Then he looked up at me and was like, you can leave now. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. You can leave. You could have just said, all right, thanks, bye, shake my hand. Nope. Wasn't any of that fun stuff. So I get up, and the next portion was me sitting in on a strategy meeting with all the other guys and gals that were working there. And we went and sat in this meeting, and I watched a dude draw on the board, the whiteboard, and erase it and say things. All right? Pretty easy stuff, numbers stuff. I'm good at numbers. I know what all the numbers look like and what they represent. I can even do basic math sometimes, depending on how sober I am at that point in time. So this takes all about 7 hours, almost 8 hours. It's about 4 p.m. now. And then the same receptionist lady drives me on the golf cart all the way to the front door. It's a good time to be alive. We survived. I made it out. All right. And I was pretty excited because, it was a pretty long and grueling interview process. And I was like, man, this must be very high paying. Well, I went home and waited patiently while I went to my other interviews. About 3 days later, that receptionist lady calls me and tells me I indeed did not get the job, which kind of hurt my feelings and shocked me. But I wasn't too surprised. I was shocked, but not very shocked. I was only a little shocked. Only a couple volts went to my balls. So I went ahead and emailed all the people that I interviewed with and thanked them for their time and was like, hey, thanks for, giving me the opportunity. And if there's any future positions in this company, let me know. And no one responded. I'm shocked, but one did respond. And it was the lady. She responded to me. And then she sent me her phone number. So I called her and talked to her. And I was like, what in the hell happened? She said that I was the top pick for the position. And I was like, hell yeah, baby. But they actually had somebody that worked there already that was in the position right below that was interviewing for a promotion. And she said everything was a formality and they had to interview people, and then they gave it to that other guy because he had been with the company already, which is understandable. But why make me go through 8 hours of nonsense to do that? You could just talk to me for 5 minutes and tell me I didn't get the job. But the craziest part about all this is it was completely not paid. I didn't get paid for spending 8 hours at this distribution facility. Now, granted, did I expect to get paid? No. Am I mad that I didn't get paid? No. I just thought it was weird that they got 8 hours of my time for free, which is fine. So then a few years passed and I started YouTube, and now I've made videos on Target. So I can guarantee that I'll never be working at Target now because they probably think I'm awful. And I kind of am awful. So I totally agree with them on that. But what about you? Have you ever worked at Target? What was your interview process like? Mine was terrifying. Was it rewarding? No. Was it enlightening? No. Did I ever get it? No. Nothing was good, and everything is bad, and it's still bad. End of the video. Make sure you like this video if you enjoyed my reminiscing on the crazy times. And make sure you share this. Make sure you comment. Make sure you subscribe. And make sure you do me a big old favor. Make sure you get the hell on it. Doggone it. Bye. Yeah. It's like a papee, which is why I have it on my desk.